Hi, I'm Michael Clish, and welcome to What's Up. We are viewable on FortAtkinsonOnline.com, all of our past editions. Today, our guests are from the Whitewater Arts Alliance. We have co-president Ruth Hansen and longtime board member Jeff McDonald. Our guests are here to discuss the Arts Alliance, the contribution it makes to Whitewater and the surrounding area. Ruth, Jeff, welcome to the show. Why don't we start with just a brief history of this wonderful organization? Who wants to take that?
Well, the organization originally got started around the effort to create the mural that's downtown in Whitewater, the Prairie Tillers mural. The group kind of formed to have some sort of a body to help create that, and after that was completed, and it's still there, the group just kind of went on and grew from there. About 5 years into its history, the group moved into this facility, which is the Cultural Arts Center in downtown Whitewater.
It's a beautiful building. Who'd have thought it had made such a great art gallery? It was really terrific. How are you set up? You've got the Arts Alliance and the Arts Center.
Sure. Well, the center is the building, right? And we were founded around this one piece of public art downtown, and then we have this other wonderful piece of public art right outside, right? The Burge Fountain and the Maid of the Mist statue that's there. And this is a piece that we as a board have really been thinking about. What does it mean to have this grounding in the community, to have this focus on a public art? This is something that we've been really reaffirming as being very important to us.
You don't have to live in Whitewater to be here.
No, in fact, for many of our shows, we have people displaying their artwork from all over Wisconsin and Northern Illinois. So we bring in a pretty wide cross-section of people that participate. And there's people from all of the surrounding communities that quite often come to our events here.
Tell us how the Arts Alliance is organized.
Well, we're a 501c3 nonprofit charitable corporation that operates with a board of directors, a 9-person currently board of directors. It's elected by the membership annually. We depend on our volunteers to manage our shows and to work their galleries and to do pretty much all of the tasks that need to be done for a local arts group.
You have a lot of volunteers.
We do, and we could not exist without them. We're grateful for them. And they help us to do our educational programming, which includes workshops and our shows, our gallery shows, visual arts. Most months of the year we have a visual arts exhibition in this gallery. We have a concert series in the summer. We've had poetry readings and theater productions, and we've done workshops for arts entrepreneurship, and we've had speakers of that nature, and we just do a host of things here.
You've had some interesting fundraisers. A couple of them a lot of fun.
Yeah, the one that really comes to mind was the 10-year anniversary of us in this facility. I think it was 2017, and you couldn't have fit a single more person inside this gallery. I mean, it was an auction.
I thought we were going to get busted by the fire department.
Well, if they counted, they probably would have. But it was a lot of fun, and we raised a lot of money and for a good cause.
How does one join the Arts Alliance?
Sure. Well, probably the easiest thing to do is just to go to our website. If you just go right into Google and type in Whitewater Arts Alliance, you'll find us right there. And there's a nice, easy banner across the top. It's very easy to find. This is where I have information on membership. The year goes from October to October. So we have our members show in November, and so if you join in October, that gets you into the members show if you have an interest.
And if one becomes a member, what's the advantage in that?
Well, you can exhibit at the member show. You can vote in the annual election and have some control over the future of the organization. Our educational offerings that do have a fee associated with, or shows that have a participation fee associated, members generally receive a discounted rate on those.
It's the board and then the membership, right?
Yeah.
And you don't need to be a member to volunteer, although we would certainly encourage all of our volunteers to consider becoming members. You don't have to volunteer if you're a member, although we would certainly encourage you to consider that. It is a great group of people, and doing the volunteering, finding out about participating in workshops, participating in the shows is a great way to get that social aspect of a community of artists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't have to be from Whitewater to join.
That's true. That's true. Although I think most of our membership is from the surrounding area. Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
It's regional, but there are members
to be
from
expected.
several counties.
We pull artists from around the country, although many of them are more regionally focused. We also pull in workshop instructors from all over the country. This year I know we have one coming from Washington State. We have one coming from Louisiana. I think we've even had a few international artists come to teach.
Well, and to display, several years ago, the university had an artist exchange with a group of artists from Oaxaca, Mexico. And while they were here, we had an exhibition of their works here, which was great. It's different from what we usually have here, but it was great art and it was a lot of fun.
You've had support from a lot of, not just members, but the university has been very supportive of this organization. So have a lot of other groups.
The university's been great. The city of Whitewater has been great.
Yes.
There's a number of local businesses that have been
Generous.
really great
Yeah.
and supported a lot of our programming.
Tell us about the board. How is it organized?
Well, we have a 9-member board currently.
Elected?
Elected. There's a nominating process that if people are interested in joining the board, hopefully they'll contact the Arts Alliance, either a board member or just the general number, the website, or somehow get in contact with us and say, hey, I'd like to serve on the board and this is what I've done and I'd like to do some things moving forward. And then there's a nominating process that the board goes through, and then in the October month is the annual Arts Alliance membership meeting, and that's where the candidates are presented and voted on and elected for the following
How often does the board meet?
monthly.
Okay. Can members go?
Absolutely, members are welcome at every board meeting, and sometimes general membership does come to the board meeting, although not as often as we'd like. We'd love to see more participation.
How long does a board member serve?
Oh, that's a great question. A term is for 2 years, and you can have up to 3 2-year terms. So we do get kicked out after a while.
Can they rerun?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So those 2-year terms could be consecutive, or you could go in and out. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
You've got docents, but there's a lot of things they do.
Oh, absolutely. They help, those wonderful Savory Sounds concerts that you mentioned, that involves a lot of setup, takedown, helping with marketing and publicity. It could be things like helping us put up posters around the town, right? Or cutting wood for the public art displays. There's a lot. And a lot of that can be driven as well by what are the interests of the people who want to come and engage. There's a lot of flexibility there.
We also have our volunteers chairing our shows. Almost all of the shows, I think, are led by volunteers. So there's all different sorts of tasks that volunteers can do.
You have an opening for a show where people are invited. The artists are usually here, And then what are the normal hours that you're open for a show?
When there's a show in the gallery hours are Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
And that's free. You don't have to pay admission, although we do have a donations box. So if you like it, if you want to help support us, we would love financial support as well as volunteer support.
You will accept money?
Absolutely.
Yes. We just voted on that.
Okay. Makes you, well, no, I guess not unique.
So we have a show up right now.
Yes.
It's actually 2 shows, 2 artists, each with half the gallery. But pretty much at any time during the year, you could come and find something. And our website, which is whitewaterarts.org, has the calendar up right there and has the hours,
It's all
the
there.
days that we're open, the shows, the workshops, anything you could want to know.
And it's well written, I should add. It's everything you need to know is there.
Thank you.
And some good photographs too, I might add.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dozens, very important
Oh, yeah.
to something like this. You have a lot of them. What do they do?
Yeah, it's a good question. And it's funny because when you hear the word docent, I mean, I don't know how many of our viewers have ever thought, when I grow up, I want to be a docent. It's really the face of the gallery to most of the people who come and visit. So it's a very important role because it's part of the experience of people coming into the gallery. And what you do is you essentially are the host or the hostess for anybody who's visiting the show. You provide some background information on the artists. This could sound intimidating, but our gallery manager, Ash McDarrison, will sit and train new docents and give them this information. And so you're not without support.
How does one become a docent?
Well, basically, you let us know that you're interested. You would speak with the gallery manager and see, just interest and comfort level. And then if it's a go, it's a go. And then we have sign-up sheets so people can indicate what hours they're interested. It can be, a couple hours a month, or it could be a couple hours a week. Whatever really works with people's schedules. Yeah, we have a lot of love and commitment from our docents.
Workshops,
Yes.
also an important thing for the community. How does that work?
Well, we try to find the most qualified and best artists that we can that do workshops. They do it on a professional level, and we've had workshops on various kinds of painting, watercolor, acrylic. We've done a lot of watercolor workshops. I've done photography workshops myself. We've had other topics too, but it's part of our educational mission. Generally, there's a registration process, and generally there's a fee involved because we have professionals that come in and do it, and so it's done well. And
Who are the workshops open to?
everybody's welcome.
Anybody?
Anybody. The membership, one of the benefits of being a member is that you get a discount generally on your workshop fees, if there is a fee for the workshop, which there generally is.
It's pretty cool. We've been very strong in visual arts, the watercolors and photography. We're starting to expand into other areas. We're having a fiber arts workshop this year, and this is something where honestly we would love to hear back from people in the community. If there's an art form that you would love, you wish there was a local workshop, we would love to see if we could set that up.
Public art.
Well, every summer, around the city of Whitewater, there's utility poles. And every year there's a painted, we pick a theme and people paint things and put them up on the utility poles. And it's a great thing for the community. It gets talked about so much. We've done chairs, we've done pieces of plywood, we've done all kinds of different things.
The birdhouses.
Birdhouses,
yeah.
yeah.
So this year, the theme, we were working with the library on this theme, and the library actually had a workshop where people could
Another
come.
partner.
Exactly. And so I don't know if you can make this out. This is supposed to be like a scroll. So the idea was to tie in with literature and paint. It's two-sided, right? So you could paint on one side one of your favorite books. I wanted to do Through the Looking Glass. So you could have one side that was England and the other side that was Wonderland. I ran out of time. But this is another opportunity for people to volunteer. If you're like, hey, I think that's fun. Ash puts out a call for artists to participate in this public art. And again, this is something where it's like you don't have to have art as your day job to be an artist. We have so many artists in the community here, and this is an opportunity for everybody to really contribute and be on display for the entire community. Not just us, but tourists, the family, whoever is going down the streets of Whitewater.
This is a city that appreciates art.
I think it is.
It is.
yes.
And when you've done things like the birdhouses, there's a lot of participation.
Yeah, we had less this year. Like so many organizations, we were affected by COVID, right?
Yeah.
We shut down the gallery for several months. We are back open now. We're always thinking about the safe and health and wellness of our guests, our visitors, and that gave us an opportunity to think about, well, what's our purpose now? How are we going to fulfill that now? But this also means that when we have something like our public art project, we had a little bit of a lull, but this is a great time to jump back in.
It's clear you're open to anything.
To a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah.
What is a call for art?
Oh, sure. Well, basically, that's when we issue a call. Some of our shows are for dedicated artists, right? Where we would invite an artist, come in, please do an exhibit of your work. Sometimes we have shows where we invite the general public to submit, 1, 2, 3 pieces to a show. I know you've done that with our Fran Aiken show.
Right, that's the call for art goes out when we're essentially announcing that we are open for entries in our upcoming exhibits. I happen to chair the annual photography exhibition, and ahead of that, we send out the call for art in poster form, in email form, in website form, any form that we can, and that's the invitation for people to submit their work for us to have
And
in the
it's
show.
open.
It is.
Funding. How do you do that?
Well, membership is a key piece of our funding, and
Is that the biggest source? Yeah.
It is the
it's a
biggest
significant
chunk.
one, definitely, and that along with contributions, either dedicated contributions or non-specified contributions. But our membership fees are actually pretty reasonable. We have student memberships that start at $15 a year. Seniors, which is 62 or over, are $25 a year. Adults are $50 a year. Family can become members for $75. You can become a sponsor for $100, a benefactor for $250, or a founder or a corporate level for $500.
And those are floors, not ceilings.
But we give scholarships annually. We have all the programming we've been talking about today. We do that. Everything costs has a cost associated with it, and we have to keep the lights on, and we have to keep the doors open, and so a lot of the funding goes to support those things.
Let's talk a little bit more about your relationship with the city and with the university. It's close.
Oh, it is. Whitewater's a city, but it's a small city, right? You can get to know people, and the city is our landlord of this wonderful building, right? But also we work closely with Parks and Rec, They help us, when we need to hang banners over the street, if we need to block off the street for a concert, if we need to help publicize something cool that's coming up. We've been working more with the library recently, and we're looking to increase that in the future. With independent vendors around town as well, some of the shop owners, and then with the university, obviously there's a number of people who are interested, who can provide some skills, who have an interest in art. So there's really all these different resources. Some of them are financial, some of them are time, some of them are skill.
Grants.
Sure. So grant funding hasn't been a big part of our revenue portfolio. Part of that is because grants take a lot of time to write and to manage, right? And over the past 2 years, we've been shifting away from being purely volunteer driven. We said, to really be here on a consistent basis, to really provide the level of quality that we want to have, we need to have at least part-time paid employees. So we now have gallery managers. Hi, you're wonderful, which we think is a real investment in the community. What we've been able to do, we did get some COVID grant funding, like other small businesses, which was wonderful. That was forgiven. We've gotten some small grants from the state. It's something that we are very much thinking about, but again, it's like how much in time cost will it be to accomplish this? Is it a good fit for what we want to accomplish?
A little bit about your virtual shows.
Well, the virtual shows are on our website, where there's photographs of the artwork. Sometimes, if it's a photography show, then it's the photographs themselves. If it's paintings or 3D art, what have you, it's photographs of the artwork. We put it on the website so that people that are not able to come into the gallery can view the art online. And it became a necessity during the last several years when we weren't able to have the gallery open all the time. We got such great feedback for it being on our website and available to people that we decided to continue doing it. And I don't know if we'll continue to do it permanently, but right now we're continuing to do it for the shows we have active, and it's still getting a great response. But they're available on the website for people to look at, and they're available for a period of time after the show. It varies depending on the show how long we're able to keep the artwork available. But yeah, people like it.
Why would someone want to be a member of the Whitewater Arts Alliance?
I'll go first.
Okay.
For me, speaking very personally, one of the things I love more than anything else in the world is live music outside. And that's one of the programs that we offer here. And we don't charge, there's no cost directly to people to attend, but there is a cost to provide it. And that membership is a way of saying, yeah, this is something I value too, I want you to keep doing it. So for me, that's one strong reason.
For me, it's probably the main thing for me is I think the arts, several things. The arts are such an important part of a community, and as a community member, it's just great to be part of a community where the arts are appreciated. And as a creative, I'm a photographer, I'm a musician too, but a photographer, not professionally, but I do it for fun, and it's a great creative outlet. And to become a member of an organization like this gives you access to a creative outlet. This gallery here it's a great gallery, and it's great to be able to show your work.
Well put. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of What's Up. We'd like to thank our guests, Ruth Hansen and Jeff McDonald. And we hope today's edition inspires you to visit the Whitewater Cultural Arts Center, learn more about the Whitewater Arts Alliance, where you can engage with programming or become a member. I'm Michael Clish, and thanks for watching.